Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Syracuse Unpeeled. It's been a hot and sunny week so far on campus, and you know what that means? We've got lots of hot topics to discuss. I'm your host, Elissa Candiotti, and joining me at the desk are Madi Daly, Onwualu, and Meagan Reynolds. Tonight we'll be talking everything from the Emmys to an epic marriage proposal, and later I'll be sitting down with Ange Montague. She's the owner of Etsy store, the Emmy. So pretty cool things we got going on tonight, all right?
Yep. Got it.
All right, love it. So, of course, the Emmys were this weekend, and despite the fact that our own entertainment director said they're unimportant, we're going to talk about them anyway. So, this year was a year full of firsts. Lena Waithe wins a nomination for, it was actually Best Woman Director, and she was the first black woman to win it, which is pretty cool. And also we had Hulu's Handmaid's Tale. That was the first streaming show to win the Emmy for Best Drama. So cool. It was a night full of adventure, full of firsts. So, Sean, tell me about your reaction to all these big wins.
I mean, they were all phenomenal, but my favorite one was Donald Glover, or also known as Childish Gambino.
Oh, the best.
For his show Atlanta. It's a phenomenal show. I'm so glad it won. I mean, like, you know, just because I'm a fan of a show doesn't mean it has to win, but I'm, like, super glad it won. That was the most exciting.
It's a plus for you. When you're a fan, you see something that you love. Yeah. Getting all the awards.
It's a great show. You guys should watch it.
Yeah, no, I'll check
Super
it out now that it's got your seal of approval.
Yeah.
I know, seriously. No, I think it's great that we're like seeing all these new type of wins come up, because for a long time everything's been so similar and everything, and everyone's been complaining in Hollywood lately. So it's nice to finally get like some change going on. And
exactly.
Don't hear it in the headlines.
And of course, now we're going to move on to the realm of not so first of the night. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, she won Best Actress in a Comedy Series for the 6th time in a row for her role in Veep. She now holds the record for the most wins by any performer in a single role. Pretty cool. And as great as Julia is, I kind of wish we had some, more diversity, kind of would mix it up a little bit, but that's just me. So, Maddie, what do you think?
I mean, personally, I love her. I mean, I understand it's like a 6P, it's kind of repetitive at this point, but I mean, she's classic. She's just like, the childhood Seinfeld. Like, she's just classic. Like, you can't go wrong. So, I mean, it's great to see her win again. I mean, she's clearly talented enough. So, I mean, if it's going to be anyone, it should be her.
Also, her dress was beautiful.
Oh,
I know that doesn't even matter about her artistry, but her dress was gorgeous, and she always looks good. And
classy.
Yeah.
Always the center of attention.
Honestly, for the work she's done for Seinfeld, she can win as many awards as she wants.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's pretty incredible to see her work from then all the way to now. So.
Yes.
Great job for her. Yeah, we got to keep it going. I love it. And both Kate McKinnon and Alec Baldwin, they took home the awards for Outstanding Supporting Actor and Actress for their portrayals of Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, respectively. This was weird in my opinion because McKinnon hasn't portrayed Hillary on the show in close to a year now, and Alec Baldwin isn't even considered a main member or main cast member. But even more weird was the fact that Melissa McCarthy won for her portrayal as Sean Spicer, and Sean Spicer was actually there at the Emmys. Megan, please help me understand what went down. It was crazy.
I don't even know where to begin, but the weirdest thing to me was that he was actually at the Emmys. I mean, good for him for being a good sport with it all, like rolling out the podium or whatever, but I just don't get it. Yeah. I'm very, very confused because there were
things you'll do when you're unemployed.
Seriously.
I mean, that's being one thing, but there's just, I feel like there was not enough there for them to actually win. Like, there was so many other acts that probably deserved it a little bit more. Yes, it's funny, but just not a lot of, what's the word?
It was such a repetitive role this year.
Yes.
And iconic. It's so many people knew about that and whatnot.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's overdone. You're beating the dead horse at this point. Like,
I mean, well, it's all right. We'll let them win it this year. After the break, we'll be talking about Selena Gomez's recent kidney transplant. Stay tuned on Peelers.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck.
So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
Welcome back. Last week, Selena Gomez rocked the internet when she revealed on Instagram that she recently had a kidney transplant due to her lupus. She went on Instagram to thank her friend Francia Reza for being her kidney donor, as well as her, quote, family and incredible team of doctors for everything they have done prior to and post-surgery. She ended the post with a link to the Lupus Research Alliance in hopes of educating more people about the disease. Maddie, what were you thinking when you saw this post originally?
I mean, that showed up on my feed, and it was just so not what I was expecting.
Of course.
Like, I was looking at it, and I almost reread it like a few times because I was like, she kept it so low-key, and like, that's what I almost love about her is she's so classy that she seems like a real person, but I feel like the post as a whole like didn't get as much attention as it should have.
Right.
Like, everyone's covering every other, like, if people are like breaking up and something, and like, here she is talking about like a real issue and a real thing that other people in this world unfortunately have. So I really think this post as a whole like should have gone more viral than it did.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people were so surprised by it that that's what they were talking about more than, oh my goodness, I can't believe that she really got
it should have been covered much more, and like her especially her friend giving that's like a huge
that's a story.
That's a huge
selfless
gift, and honestly that makes you part of the family for life.
Yeah.
And they didn't even really talk about that. Like, that's a special kind of bond you don't really find with people that often.
Rare.
So
Very rare.
exactly, like
crazy.
that's a story in itself, and the fact that she, you know, everyone knows she's been battling lupus for so long, and now she's finally well again, but they've been covering her sickness, but they don't want to cover the fact that she got
was successful.
It's a little sad to me.
As long as she's feeling well, that's all we can
That's all
ask.
that
Exactly.
Hoping for the best for her. Well, after 9 Tony Award nominations, 6 wins, and several months of Ben Platt begging on Twitter, Beyonce finally made it to the Music Box Theater to see the Tony Award-winning musical, Dear Evan Hansen. I'm dying to see it. The artist graced the cast and crew with her presence after the show, chatting with them and even taking pictures too. Personally, I think it took her a little too long to get there, but Meagan, what do you think of this?
I mean, the quote says it all, better late than never, you know? At least she finally was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to go. And it seemed from the post that she had an amazing time. I mean, it's probably a great thing for those cast members to like meet someone as amazing as she is. And that's just a lifetime experience that they're going to remember forever. Like, that's a heartwarming thing.
And you know what? Like, maybe the cast should give her a break. She did just
Yeah.
have twins.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a new mom.
True.
Twins. She also has Blue Ivy at home. Like,
At least
she's
she
a
came.
working lady.
At least
Yeah, at least she was
came.
there. I mean,
Like-
I wish I could just show up to a place and everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
everyone was
right?
so excited.
Come take pictures.
These
one day,
cast members
one day.
are crying. They're crying. They're freaking out. So,
The Beyonce
I mean,
effect.
it's Beyonce.
The Beyonce effect.
Not even mad.
Not even mad
That should
about
be
it.
a meme. That should
But
be
that's
a
so
meme.
great
She
for
looked
her.
that good, though, after having kids.
Of course. Of course,
Yeah.
she comes out, she's ready to go. I love it. I
Oh,
love it.
she's always ready to go.
Jeez.
She's the best.
She's Beyonce.
I love it. And now for some even more adorable news you'll hear all week. Mike, an Australian native, decided to propose to his longtime girlfriend, Beck, in a very unique way. While the couple was at the movies, a fake trailer played featuring the scenic spot where he first told Beck that he loved her. It ended with him showing the engagement ring on screen before he got down on one knee in real life and popped the question. Beck, of course, said yes. Sean, how are you going to propose to me when all this, when all the show business is done?
See, I see all these like crazy proposals and stuff. I'm like, wow, people put a lot of thought into it. Like, I feel like I'd go to the drawing board, like drop something, and then it'd be like super corny or like bad.
Already done.
Just, like,
You're going to be the one to do it at a baseball game on the big screen.
yeah, and then people are gonna be like,
that
oh,
one-
like,
that one
boo,
needs
this
to
has
go.
been done already. I don't know. I got something special for you though. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
I don't
I'll
have
think
high
about it.
expectations.
I'll
I
think
just
about
want, I think we should come back to the show in a few years and like,
Oh, maybe
you'll
do
be
a
like,
little marriage spin-off.
Yes.
Something like that.
a marriage
that would be
spin-off.
so
That'd
cute.
be
I better be invited to that wedding.
We can do it.
Just
We can
saying.
do it.
Syracuse
I'm gonna be
on
really
Peel
mad.
Part 2. And we could
Yeah,
just have all of us back in
The
10
years
years.
after. The years after.
Oh, I
think
love
could
it.
work.
But
Get
it is-
Netflix on the phone.
We could get a little cheesy, and we don't want that.
Oh, no.
Not at all. Up next, Meagan gives us tips on what to do after Boys Rush, so stick around.
Boys Rush. So stick around.
All right, well, let's get into it. Meagan, what do you think of this? I mean, it's a show business is done.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Got a quarter?
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Welcome back. Our panelist Meagan had to run, so she left us here with Derek, who's going to tell us all about Boys Rush. So tell me a bit about what's going on this week. I know it's a pretty adventurous time for the boys on campus.
I mean, Boys Rush is Boys Rush. It's the same every year. You just take some kids to some houses, you know, meet the brothers. It's pretty exciting for them. I'm kind of over it. But
all right. Well, why are you over it? What's the process like that we should know?
It's just exhausting. I have to talk to these dudes all day. Half of them don't even know what they're talking about.
What are some of the conversations, like the topics, the best topics to discuss?
Most of the time they're just kind of like, bro, what's your favorite sports team? And I'm like, I'm from Jersey. I love the Giants. Like, come on, guys. This is straightforward stuff. I mean, get creative with the questions at least.
What's the make it or break it conversation? The one that you're like, this guy's in, the conversation, this guy's out.
First of all, they don't know how to dap you up. That right there is just like they're at. You gotta go like that, and you gotta go like that.
And just snap, a little snap.
Yeah, a little bit, like, there you go.
All right, so like, I'm in.
You're in, you're an honorary brother.
All right.
You're an honorary brother of Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, the Zeta chapter.
Oh my goodness, and tell me a bit more about what these guys wear. What should we be dressing, like this?
I mean, this is my everyday attire. You look really fancy right now, but
yeah,
I mean, you know, the typical, the Sperry's, probably got like some Vineyard Vines on. All right. Some kind of chinos or something like that. You know, just go with what you wear all the time. Be yourself.
If I showed up with maybe a backpack on or a fanny pack, what are we thinking over here?
Is this the 80s?
You don't wear
fanny packs. Like, come on, bro. Like.
And tell us a little bit about what you are looking for in getting a new.
I mean, I'm just looking for straight frat stars, man. I mean, they need to be really worthy of being in my frat. Like,
do you have a requirement of what they need to be like? Are there certain characteristics that we need, some traits?
I mean, they just gotta be straight bros. I mean, I should be able to veg out on the couch with these dudes and watch some football and eat some wings. Like, that's all I'm asking for. You know, you got these guys coming in here and they're all nervous, and I'm like, I'm just another dude.
Oh my goodness, and what's your position here? Are you just scoping out the scene, seeing who's coming in? Are you the recruitment chair?
I mean, I like to be involved, but I'm not e-board material. But you know, I'm looking for a little.
Okay.
You know, I need a little to complete my family.
What's that family line like? A lot of people don't know about it.
So I got my big, and then I got my grand big, and then I got my great grand big, and then I got my great 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 grand big, but he's graduated. He's a cool dude. And then I got my great 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 grand big.
And now we're just
it's just, you know, my family's awesome though.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about the ins and outs of Frat Rush. We appreciate
Anytime.
it. And after the break, I'll be sitting down with fashion retailer Ange Montague of the Emmy. So stay tuned.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to take care of you.
Welcome back. Tonight I am joined by Ange Montague, fashion retailer and owner of her own brand, the Emmy. Ange, thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having me.
So this whole idea came about freshman year in your dorm room. So what was that concept, that brainstorming and the planning like for you, and where did this come from?
Well, to be brutally honest, I was bored one day in my freshman dorm, needed some cash, so I said, why not sell some of the clothes that I've been collecting over the past few years?
Amazing. And then how did you get that idea going?
I've always been an Etsy shopper and a lover of vintage clothing, and over the past years I've collected a few pieces myself, so to start off I listed the items I had in my closet.
Amazing. And then, you probably had a lot of people to get on board with this, but you've been kind of doing this yourself. So what has that process been like for just you?
It can be a little overwhelming at times, I wish I had help when, especially doing social media and listing the items on the site. Sometimes it's good to get some inspiration from other people in describing the pieces. I have had my roommates and some of my friends be my models. I've asked a few friends who are photographers to do photo shoots with me, so it's not entirely on my own. I've had some support.
Great, and I'm sure that support's really helped you and kept you inspired and all that. So what's going on with the Emmy today? Why don't you tell people a bit more about what exactly your brand is?
So it's a collection of vintage and unique clothing, and I like to cater towards the idiosyncratic individual. It's a bunch of mostly women's clothing, but I like to call my collection unisex because you can wear whatever you want. And today I'm really trying to reach my goal of $2,000 in revenue. I am about 61% to goal.
Okay,
and
pretty
right
good.
now I'm really focusing on trying to increase my Instagram followers.
Awesome. So 61%-ish. When do you think you're going to hit that point of really reaching your goal?
I feel like I could probably reach it by the end of the year.
Okay,
January
great.
1st.
That's a great goal to have.
Thanks.
It's a good year, and then you start off and you have another goal ahead, so that's great.
Exactly.
And why don't you tell me a bit more about why you decided to go vintage? So, some people, that's not their style. Some people, it totally is. So what was it about that made you so into it?
I love vintage and unique clothing. I hate malls. I don't like going to Forever 21, and I feel like everything looks the same. So when you get a piece that has never been seen before, and it's just vintage clothing is so different. It's made better. It's just so unique, and that's why I went vintage.
What type of products? I know it's clothing, it's accessories. So if I'm going for a vintage route, I'm looking for a new vintage outfit, which I am. So I'm gonna have to check it out. But what type of offerings are we getting? What do we see?
I do a lot of women's jeans, big sweaters. I do a lot of winter boots and old Doc Martens. Shorts, skirts. I haven't been doing as much skirts lately. I do a lot of miniature leather backpacks too. That's one of my favorites.
Okay, and are there other goals or other accessories or items you're thinking of adding before the new year?
Not before the new year. Right now, I'm just trying to expand my like social media presence. It's also hard being in Syracuse. There's not there isn't a big like thrifting area. Okay. But once I get home back to New Jersey, I'll probably expand my collection.
Any items that you want to add right away? Anything like that, or
graphic tees?
Okay.
More band tees, Led Zeppelin tees.
Now we're talking my style over here. Are there certain like bands that you're aiming for? Like, why Led Zeppelin all of a sudden?
I love Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
I always look for Nirvana. I always look for Guns N' Roses. I have Aerosmith in there right now. I've sold Bob Marley a few times. Just really anything that's popular.
And of course, it's our senior year, so we have big goals ahead. Graduation is coming before we know it.
Oh, God.
So where do we see you? Where is Ange going to be post-graduation?
Well, personally, I'd like to work in the corporate retail field for a while still continuing as me. Eventually, I'd like to grow her into her own brick and mortar store.
Okay.
The online presence will still be there for a while and looking to expand.
And what type of advice do you have for anyone who's in their freshman dorm room right now and they're saying, I want to create something like this?
Advice I would give would be, in order to make money, you have to spend money. So don't be scared to break the bank a bit.
Was that scary for you at first?
Yes, definitely.
Oh my God. What did you learn from the experience overall?
That, just because one person doesn't like something that I put in the store doesn't mean another person won't.
Okay. Well, thanks. That's some great advice, and we're going to make sure that everyone here hears about that. Nice. And check out your company. The Esme seems pretty cool. So, all right, up next, we've got some more games, more fun to talk about. So don't go anywhere. We're going to play a game of Guess That Brand. I'm going to lose. Stick around.
We're gonna go out there in the rain. It's gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
Welcome back. Now, Ange and I are going to be playing a few rounds of Guess That Brand. We will be given a picture of a designer label without the name, and whoever guesses the name first wins. The labels will actually be right behind us over here on the full screen. Hopefully it works. Hopefully we're good at this. We're going to see right now. All right. Do you want to make your first guess over here?
Oh, this is a tough one. My first instinct is Burberry.
My first instinct is Horse, Buggy, and Co. Anyone know it's right? No. Probably not.
I have no idea.
We're probably not correct. We're going to move on to the next one. Neither of us know it. Oh, okay. Well, Hermes. Paris. Paris.
That's pretty obvious.
Have you ever been to Paris? Because
I have, actually. Yeah.
Okay, well, now you have to check it out. Oh, Crocs.
Lacoste.
Oh. I'm going to put this up.
Oh.
You're right. I'm wrong. I'm embarrassed over here. All right, let's get the next one going so I can embarrass myself again. Coco Chanel.
Chanel, yeah. Chanel.
Or is there a cocoa in it?
Oh, same thing.
Does it matter if we add a little cocoa? Oh, that's
Polo, Ralph Lauren.
Yeah. All right, together. I like this. We're a team. Yeah. Okay, next one. Yep. There we go. Oh, that's
Birch, right?
If you want to win like this, we could happen. Just kidding. All right, I'm losing terribly. You guys clearly know this is why I don't do fashion.
You know
Gucci.
Nice.
This is going to be my red carpet debut one day. Gucci. Let's see. Puma?
Puma, yeah.
Okay. I don't even have a pair of Pumas, but people do.
I saw
They're
a
in
pair in the
style
store,
now.
actually. Yeah, definitely.
All right, pretty cool. Would you wear Pumas these days?
They're a little too trendy for me right now.
You're vintage, so you're going back to like
like the old
Nike,
school Pumas, maybe.
I don't know. I have trouble deciding what to wear sometimes. So this
Louis Vuitton,
this one I'll give to you because I clearly knew it first. Oh my God! You know, maybe I study too much of things that matter. I'm going to start studying brands instead.
Yeah, good
That's
idea.
my calling. Okay, I love that. What's next?
I
Back
thought
to
this
Horse and
was the Horse
Buggy.
and
We're gonna go
Buggy.
back to Horse and Buggy Co. This is the miniature version of Horse and Buggy Co. for kids.
That's a great.
Yeah, that's what
I
it
agree.
is. Can we have some help here? What are we looking at? Let's see. Coach.
Oh.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Oh.
Okay. I even had like a Coach bag. It was my first
Yeah.
item when I was 13. I was so cool back then.
Like with the C's
With
and
the
everything.
C all over it.
Very
It was
cute.
brown and beige and black.
Nice.
And it was ugly. It truly was.
Oh, I know this one, but I can't remember what it is.
This kind of looks a little wild to me.
I don't.
There's a lot of design going on and too many horse shapes.
There's a lot of horse and buggy.
So I'm gonna go back. This is actually the cousin of the Horse and Buggy family company. What is it?
Oh,
Burberry. I'm embarrassed. This game is showing a horrible side of all of us, but you were doing pretty well. I think you're up to at least 5 points over here.
Fendi.
You heard it
Right?
first.
Yeah.
Fendi. If we throw an Etsy symbol up here, you would have had in a
Yeah,
half
of
of a
course.
second. Let's see what we have next. Starbucks?
Oh, I should know this.
I don't know. What is that? Do you guys know what I mean? It looks like kind of like the Starbucks thing.
Yeah, the Starbucks.
Guys, it's probably Starbucks' previous owner in an afterlife or something like that. What is it?
Versace.
Versace on the floor, as told by, who sings that song? Bruno Mars. Great song. I know music. We're playing a music game over here. I got you.
Vera.
Not Vera Wang. Vera sang.
I don't know. Vera Steve. I don't know.
What are we thinking over here? Versace, part 2.
Sure.
Victoria's Secret.
Oh, why didn't we know that?
Oh my God! You know what? Maybe we don't know it anymore because once they stopped selling bathing suits, people just threw them off.
Mad
Michael Kors. So excited. There we go. I got something. I know this one too. I know this one. I really, really do. I do know it.
I thought I knew it too.
Okay, I don't know it.
I don't know it. I don't know it either. Givenchy.
Givenchy. You got that. You heard it.
Adidas.
How do you pronounce it?
Adidas.
I say Adidas.
Adidas.
Is us.
Adi.
Adidas. Those are pretty cool. Those are an example of a shoe that came back.
Yeah,
they're killer now.
Armani Exchange.
Can we at least, everyone up there, can we please choose something Elissa knows? And back to a horse. This is where we started. This is where we're ending. What is this one?
I don't know.
Elongated horse. There, I got it close enough. Longchamp.
Elongated horse.
Oh my God. Do you know this one?
Yeah,
we know. I know this. This was on my first perfume bottle.
Yeah.
This is
what
Vera
that?
Wang.
That's Vera Wang? Really?
Please say it is. No, it isn't. It's Rolex. And that's all we have for tonight because that. And thank you for coming tonight.
Thanks
have a great
for
night.
having me.
We'll see you next week, Syracuse. That was awesome. Seriously,
Thank you.
I don't deserve a Rolex after
I
that
was
one, so.
really like.
This was kind of really hard.
Yeah,
Great job. Thanks so much for showing.